As you begin to settle into this experience, it becomes clearer how easily you can follow that inner knowing, that quiet sense that guides you. You know, sometimes it's the smallest things that make the biggest difference. When you're aware of the subtle signals, those little moments that just feel right, you start to understand the universe is constantly speaking to you. And each time you listen, it's like another step closer to being more aligned with your true self, to a more seamless flow of life. And notice as you remember those moments when you just knew, where everything made sense without needing to explain it. Feel that sense of knowing deeply within yourself, like a part of you that's always been there, just waiting to be activated. Imagine what it's like to trust that voice completely, without hesitation, without doubt, because you know deep inside, this is exactly what you're meant to do. Each decision, each action, almost as if it was preordained, unfolding perfectly, one step at a time. Because the more you trust those quiet nudges, the more you notice how things fall into place, how life seems to gently push you in the right direction. There's no need to force anything. So most of, the more you let go of trying to control, the more it flows. The path appears clear, and you can trust each moment is guiding you to exactly where you need to be. You start to realize when things feel like they just fit, it's because you've tapped into something deeper, something that's always been a part of you. Feel how easy it is now to allow that guidance to direct you. Every time you trust the signs, trust the synchronicity, it becomes easier to recognize and follow. It's as if life itself, or the universe, is unfolding in the most natural way for you. Like everything you need is already there, ready to be discovered, ready to be followed. Imagine how it feels to trust. The more you listen, the more those quiet signals and synchronicities become louder, clearer, and more frequent. As you begin to follow that deeper sense of knowing, notice how you begin to feel more at ease with your decisions. What if every time you trust yourself, the universe simply opens up to you, revealing the next step? It's almost like a dance, isn't it? One step leading to the next, effortlessly. And you don't need to question it anymore because you're already in rhythm with the flow of life, in alignment with the synchronicities that guide you. And as you recognize that, you realize you've always known that. Now, as you continue this journey of alignment, something incredible begins to happen. With every action, with every choice you make, you begin to strengthen your trust in that inner knowing, that deep sense of guidance. Every time you notice synchronicity, you reinforce your connection to it. And soon it becomes automatic. It becomes second nature, as natural as breathing. The more you notice the flow, the more the flow notices you, guiding you, supporting you, directing you with ease. And the more you trust this process, the more it expands. It's like a secret door opening inside of you. Each time you follow the path, the doors of possibility are always open. And each time you walk through one, you realize the next is already waiting for you. And there's no need to force, no need to push, only to listen, only to follow. It becomes easier and easier, doesn't it? Because really, when you think about it, isn't it true? You've always been guided. Perhaps not always consciously, but somewhere deep inside, you've always had the capacity to sense the right direction, to recognize the synchronicities that guide you forward. The more you allow yourself to trust this, the more magical it becomes. It's almost as if the universe begins to conspire in your favour, making the connections clearer, the path easier to follow. So imagine just for a moment how it feels to trust completely in that flow. What if you knew every single time that as long as it makes sense, as long as it resonates with you on a deeper level, you're being pulled exactly where you need to go? What if every time you chose to follow that sense of knowing, life becomes even more seamless, more effortless? It's as if you're never lost, because the path is always right there, right under your feet. As you notice more and more of these moments of synchronicity, of perfect alignment, you begin to feel a growing confidence in your ability to navigate through life. Every time you step forward, every time you trust yourself, you become more certain, more clear, more attuned to the flow. The flow is always with you, always there to guide you. And all you have to do is trust it, trust yourself. Trust the path that's unfolding. Trust that it's leading you exactly where you need to be, step by step, moment by moment. Now just imagine how easy it will be to follow that flow, to notice the signs, to recognize the synchronicities. Imagine how natural it feels to listen to that deeper part of yourself, that inner guidance that's always been there, always ready to lead you to the next step, because the more you trust, the more you tap into the magic that's available to you at any moment. You can feel how easy it is to let go, to let it unfold, and notice as you allow this belief to take root within you, how you feel more and more aligned, more and more sure that you're on the exact path that you're meant to be on. You've always known the way, haven't you? And with every new moment, you're more deeply in touch with that knowing, more deeply in touch with the flow that's guiding you. Now each time you notice that sense of alignment, that synchronicity, it becomes even more automatic. It becomes a natural way of being, like breathing, like the beating of your heart. As it becomes automatic, the path will continue to unfold in the most magical, easy and effortless way, step by step, moment by moment. Your life becomes an expression of perfect alignment, a seamless flow, where everything just makes sense. You know, you can trust yourself. You know, when you follow that feeling of synchronicity, you're following your true path. And with every step, you get even more confident, even more clear, even more aligned with the natural flow of life. And so as you continue to trust this inner knowing, every time you act on it, you reinforce that connection, reinforcing your ability to follow the path. Trust the flow and recognize synchronicity. It's always there guiding you, and now it feels completely natural to follow it.